Well, it's a pleasure for me to present you audio description, and we say, how can you watch football just with your ears? If you were one of at least 300,000 Austrians, being more or less blind people, altogether we say we have the area around Austria about 500 to 600,000 people who are using our service. Just like to inform you about what I'm talking today. We're talking about the target audience, about the technical background, the commentators, and the service for the disabled supporters. Let me start with the target audience. As I told you, we have 8,000 totally blind people in Austria, and another 300,000 with the areas around Austria, 500 to 600,000. We have the radio receiver in the stadium. Just you can see here an Austrian fan using the radio in the stadium, which are the psychological effects of the audio description in the stadium. We do, of course, an upgrading of the self-worth feeling and the self-confidence. And the most important thing, we do an integration in the football community. It's a kind of team building. And of course, there's an emotional effect. I'm part of it. And if I'm part of it, I'll be back. And very perfect thing is I can practice sports actively. We have a lot of friends, people in our community that want to start doing sports again because of the animation they get being part of the team, being part of the group. Let me just pass through the technical background, just that you know how we operate. We started with the UEFA Euro 2008 in Austria and Switzerland. Live Emotions was the motto of this tournament, and 2008, the audio description of football matches of the Austrian football national team started together in cooperation with the Austrian TV, so we broadcast every match of the Austrian national team on the state TV, which is called ORF, and ORF does a lot of audio commentary, live audio commentary in Austria. Then we started doing all football matches of the Austrian National League in audio description, so you are able to listen to all football matches. And once a week, live football match is broadcasted by the Austrian TV, and you can, of course, use or listen to live commentary audio description. And in the wintertime, Austria, you know, as a winter sports country, we do a lot of skiing, ski jumping. We started already the Formula One in audio description and do a lot of social events, like I was pleased to commentate the English wedding. We have the dancing contest and all the things we practice on the Austrian TV. The next thing is, may you have a look to it was the first receiver in Austria, the radio receiver for the Euro 2008. This was the first receiver. The UEFA, of course, gave it free for all partially sighted and blind fans. The commentary was available on permanent FM frequencies. Till now it is. Every Austrian stadium has a permanent FM frequency. So it's quite easy for the people to go in with their friends, with their community to the stadium. You don't have to have separate places in the stadium. You can use every place you want. You just take your mobile, take your radio receiver, and you can listen to the commentary. And of course, since 2009, many supporters use their mobiles, so it's quite easy. And we broadcast within 5 kilometers around the stadium, which means we have a perfect service to all supporters if they join the stadium, about traffic, about how to use the entrances, about which bus are leaving from the stadium, about all the things. So it's quite easy and helpful, and we are very proud that at least it's a service in nowadays for all of the fans joining the stadium. Which projects do we have? We have, of course, the biggest project is the Austrian television, which is a very helpful institution in Austria. They do a lot of audio commentary, and we can do a lot of things with the channels. We have some other projects in Austria. As you see, the Euro 2008, we had the Euro Volleyball World Championship in Vienna, and Bundesliga, which means National Austrian League on air. This is the logo for the Austrian Football Association, and the second one is for the national team. Just let me pass, let me see something from the commentator's side. What do you have to know, or what do you have to be to become a commentator? Of course, a know-how about football, and it's quite important that what we think to get expectations of the supporters, of the fans. So we do a lot of talking, we do a lot of sure fix, we meet a lot of partially sighted and blind people to just talk to them. What do they want to hear? What do they expect from us? It's a quite important improvement to get in contact, to be in contact with all the people. And of course, we have to show emotions in the commentary, and for me the most important thing is you have to do it really with all your heart, and if you do it with all your heart, you get a fantastic feedback, and you have the best relationship to audio commentary and all the things. Let me spend a few words about the teams. We started at the Euro 2008. One team is, two commentators is one team, and you change the commentaries individually as you think it's possible. You divide scenes, one guy is doing a scene, the other one is doing another thing. So altogether we do 90 minutes commentary. And what do you need to be a commentary? You have to know about the football rules. You have to have the ability to talk about 90 minutes permanently, which is quite a long distance talk. And of course, you have to be in permanent contact with the partially sighted and blind fans, because that you know which wishes they have, what we should do for them. What's important, and where is the difference between a normal commentary and an audio commentary? Of course, we do a permanent commentary, so as I told you, 19 minutes. And the audio commentary describes the match pictorially and geographical. I mean, we're just telling the people which colors the dresses have, how the fans are dressed up in which colors, where the match takes place. It's quite important for the partially sighted and blind people to know where the match takes place, in which part of the pitch. And our focus is definitely the match. We do not comment statistics or things around the match. And what we do, of course, is we comment reaction of the audience, so that you definitely know why are the people shouting from the away sector, where are the people applauding. They are shouting because the referee did some stupid decisions, or all the things you have, because you have to be in contact, and that's the most important feedback we get from all the things, because if we talk to the people after the match, they don't, we always ask them, how was it, how did you receive it? And the most fantastic thing we receive is they don't talk about how the commentary was, they talk about decisions about the referee. The last time when I asked him, how was the match, and he said, trust me, it was never a penalty. So it's a very good feedback, so they can really feel what we are doing, and they're really part of the game. And it's really a great honor, and it's a great pleasure to do audio commentary. And which service do we have for partially sighted and blind fans? We have an own website. It's called Football for All. It started in the 2008 for the tournament, and it's a special special page for all partially sighted and blind people. And of course, I forget, once we make live streams on all club pages for our audio commentary, so the fans who are not able to come to the stadium, they can listen on the pages to our commentary. This was just an information about we are doing Austria. I'm very pleased if this audio commentary is getting bigger and bigger, and there are so many chances to yeah, to do to commentary things, and if you have the chance to talk once to the people who are listening to you, it's one of the greatest feelings you ever can have as a commentary. Thank you very much for your attention.